Hey there, everybody. So I wanted to shoot this quick video for you regarding the March Muscle Up uh, challenge that we're going to be running for you here at Results Only in March. The whole concept is that we got a lot of the information on this sheet that you can pick up at the gym. If you need more copies, just ask one of the trainers. We'll take care of it. But this kind of goes over a lot of the help you might need when making your choices and trying to figure out the best way to attack the challenge. Why are we choosing this one? Well, it seems that most people at Results Only really don't have any challenge showing up to work out. Most of our people come in, 4 or 5 days a week, which is the recommended amount of time you're supposed to do training sessions. But where they get into a little bit of trouble is making the right choices or making sure they're getting the right quantities. So a couple of things that we're going to do to help you figure out what works for you is we know that some of you are probably going to need protein shakes. And so one of the things that when we looked to create our own formula was that it had the least amount of ingredients, the cleanest form of protein that you could get, and that it tasted good. So we feel pretty confident that we've been able to make that happen. So we're going to do some taste tests with our 3 flavors that we have, which is vanilla, chocolate, and cinnamon bun. And if you want to ask why don't we have any other flavors, well, to try and create things like birthday cake and banana nut and all these other things, you had to add 4 or 5 more ingredients, which didn't seem worth it. You had to add some more fillers, which didn't seem worth it. So we figured between vanilla, chocolate, and cinnamon bun, you could have enough to add to your coffee, to add to your ice cream, to other things that, just taste good and create, the proper amount of protein there. We also have been getting, and you should see in the refrigerator and ask a trainer about it, some taste testing for our meal prep with Scratch Culinary. A lot of people have already taken advantage of this, but it's something that will help many of you who don't make the time to do meal prep or don't like to cook. And that will allow you to just literally throw something in the microwave that has all of its macros and all of its ingredients kind of laid out, and you know exactly what you're going to be getting every single time you heat up a meal. It'll tell you how much protein is in it, carbs, fats, and calories. So these are huge things that will help you kind of make sense of the science that goes into nutrition. So when you look at the sheet, I'm not going to go over all the details, but there's a couple things that stick out that you might have questions about. For men, we want you to get between 0.8 and 1.2 grams of protein. For ladies, it's 0.7 to 1.0. Think of it this way. If you're already knowing that you're not getting the right amount of protein in your diet, just aim for 1 gram of protein for 1 gram per pound you weigh, or for ladies, 75% of that. This will make the math really easy. The higher your protein, the more likelihood that you're going to eat cleaner and you're going to be able to put on muscle mass, which will help you burn fat, which will help you achieve most of the goals you've been asking us for as long as you've been a member. We gave you 2 examples, one for a 180-pound male and one for a 140-pound female, and you can kind of work off of that. And if you need some help creating some other meal plans, look, the bottom line is that, with the invention of AI, you could just punch in your weight and you could punch in your desire of how much protein you want, ask for a 5-day meal plan, tell them that you want it to be creative and use only, clean, lean proteins. If you're vegan, it'll help you figure that out. So look, I'm not going to try and reinvent the wheel for you. I'm not going to print out 90 things. Literally, AI can do that in 3 minutes for you, and we suggest that you try that. Couple ideas for tips, and then on the back, some ideas of if you're out, how you can, see what 4 ounces of chicken should be, and ground turkey and those type of things. If you're looking for snacks, we've got peanut butter, almond butter. Obviously, our whey protein falls right into that category of what they're doing. I gave you a little bit of information on your age and your and what's the difference between good proteins, some mistakes, and the timing. For example, a lot of people skip dinner. A lot of people really skip breakfast. It's not ideal, not for the goals that you have. A lot of people go long periods of time without eating. Again, body's not really kind of getting the nutrients that it needs and replenish the way that it should. So that's another thing. There's another thing that we talked about in a couple of the classes I was teaching last week, and that is the whole concept of a liquid form. So there was some question people kind of looked up and wanted to know a little bit more when I said only about half of it will come through once it goes through the boiling process of turning it into a liquid protein shake. Here's the deal with that. The way they have to do it by the FDA standards is they can list on the ingredients label what it was prior to making the protein shake. So it still technically has 20, 25, 30 grams of protein. During the boiling process, there is a denaturalization phase that kind of breaks down the protein. So that means that for some of you, you might absorb as much of it as you possibly can. Others, just by genetic makeup, might not absorb quite as much of it as you should. So when it says that you're getting 25 grams of protein, you might absorb all 25 grams, you might absorb 20, you might absorb half. So you kind of want to use that as a supplementation, but I understand the simplicity is you don't have to get the powder and add the water and add the milk or add the ice. But at the gym, we chose a protein shake that tasted good with just water and ice. And we have water and ice there. So all you have to do is put protein in your shaker bottle and you're good to go. I can't make it any easier than that. So if you want to know that you're getting every bit out of your protein shake, choose a powdered form as opposed to a liquid form. I think this sheet's going to help you a lot. I hopefully made this fast enough so that you got some good information, and I really hope that you sign up for the challenge. We'll have some cool prizes, probably some Amazon gift cards and some free protein for people who do well. I haven't quite figured that out yet, but I just wanted to get the information in your hands, and I want you to start really practicing because it's a lot harder than it looks to get the amount of protein in your diet. So give it a shot. Let's play with it. Let's have some fun and join up for the challenge in March.